we need to tell you guys what happened. And it's something that might be uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable for us. It's so hard to talk about. But we feel like we owe it to you guys to let you know. We just innocently wanted to take this trip. We flew from Phoenix to California, and we just wanted to spend money. And JSX wouldn't take our money. Like, Frontier, it's $300 to check a bag. And JSX had no hidden fees.
We were looking up flights on Google Flights, Delta, Southwest, American, all
Frontier
charging us. It was gonna be, I think, over $600 for the both of us, just on a one-way flight from Phoenix to LA. But when I decided to compare prices, I was absolutely infuriated that not only was JSX
cheaper, and they even gave us a checked bag for free.
They gave us a
with our
check.
ticket.
They gave us a check, not only a carry-on for free, because if you compare it to Frontier, everything's a la carte. And if you go through their website, they charge you for picking seats as well. And that's actually true of every airline nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing on Southwest. When I flew with them,
No,
just like any normal airline, they would charge you and keep racking up the total. But with JSX, it was all included. Can you believe that?
outrageous.
Cheaper than the other airlines, which was unbelievable that they had the nerve to charge us so little. But on top of that,
We didn't have to get there until like 20 minutes before our flight.
And you already know my favorite part about flying
It's TSA.
is not only the fact that we have to arrive 2 hours before our flight leaves, but also dealing with the people at TSA. I mean, I love how they make you
Feel like cattle.
feel like cattle. They make you take your shoes off. They make you take everything out of your bag.
I miss being talked down to.
Take your laptops and electronics out the bag. If you got a hoodie on, take it off. Take it off. How many times I gotta get touched? Sorry, is this your bag? Slide it down. You see this young lady trying to get it on the rack? Stupid ass.
I love the way they profile you as well, and how everything just takes so long. I love the long lines. I love feeling unimportant and disregarded.
And with JSX, you don't get any of that. You come into a clean lobby where you go up to check-in counter, and they treat you like a human. Like, what kind of game is that? And they just check your bag like you're an innocent person just trying to travel. And then on top of that, they had complimentary coffee and tea there in a spacious waiting lounge. I mean,
I'm
the
used
audacity.
comfortable plush couches as opposed to chairs that can't barely even fit people, and enjoy ourselves while we had to wait maybe 15 minutes for this flight. I mean, that's just outrageous. Then all we had to do was show them our ID, and they smiled and let us out to board the jet. Once we got on the jet, that's where it got even worse, because we were greeted by extremely friendly flight attendants
And
who
they offered us complimentary drinks.
free alcohol, and they said that we could order as much as we want, which was just
Cocktails and beers.
absolutely
For free.
uncalled for. Being treated so well makes me feel suspicious.
And not even to mention the amount of leg room we had on this flight. I mean,
It almost didn't even feel like I was on a plane. And then the plane, not only that, but the plane took less time to travel because it's a jet. So the flight was over like this, like before we knew it, we were there. And it's just like, it ruined the entire experience, because I prefer getting delayed flights, not really getting good customer service.
So we have 200 passengers on this flight right now. Everyone's luggage is down there. Yes. How long have you been waiting?
7 hours.
Having to harass the people at the gate to find out the information and then being confused.
The flight was on time. We didn't have to wait on the plane after we landed for an hour.
Which is what we just did with Frontier. I mean, that's what I'm prefer.
Like, what? Like, as soon as we landed, we were able to safely exit the plane, and the flight attendant even let us take footage on and off of the plane and allowed us and welcomed it and talked to us like we were fair humans. Those monsters. And just recently with Frontier, they made us pay almost $300 to even check a bag. That's less than our JSX tickets.
That's true. Because flying for 2 people each direction, every single thing adds on a new charge, and then they make you pay for the seats too. That's what I'm used to nowadays with airlines. Everything's a la carte. I can't believe it was all included with JSX, and also how safe and welcoming everybody made me feel. I mean, it's a surprise that they're still in business. I've heard that people are trying to enforce regulations to hopefully get them shut down, because I just can't believe how safe and friendly everything was from the experience from the beginning to end.
I honestly felt more safe flying JSX than I normally do through a crowded, full, congested airport with so many individuals. You don't know what they're capable of. Whereas with the JSX, you get that person feeling and vibe that everyone there just wants to have a pleasant experience, and everyone working there wants to give that pleasant experience, where I even saw Frontier employees kind of laughing and scoffing at passengers who wanted to take advantage of the exit row seat opportunity to be like seated in the exit row, and people got up, lined up to volunteer for it, and they just laughed at them.
Which is what we prefer, right?
Oh yeah, I'm being dehumanized.
In all seriousness, I've been on every airline. I've been on American, I've been on United, I've been on Southwest, Delta. Just recently, we flew with Frontier. And we just wanted to make this video because we saw there were some funny videos on YouTube talking about the truth about JSX. And I just wanted to raise awareness with the fact that it seems like Southwest and some of the other bigger airlines are trying to regulate out JSX. They're lobbying against them to try to shut them down, and under false pretenses of them not being safe and stuff like that.
Where if you do your own research, you can find that JSX has a better safety record than all other airlines.
The biggest thing too is that it gives people the choice. It gives people options. There's some people that are disabled, some people that have special needs, and not everybody can easily navigate through these airports. And we've all seen on social media as well recently too that there's altercations, there's delays. We just got delayed. Our flight got delayed last night, and then we had to wait on the tarmac for another like 30 or 40 minutes. And it seems to be a commonplace thing with these major airline companies. And what I think would be a shame is that if companies that are smaller, more boutique companies like JSX get shut down, then there's no competition. There's nobody to kind of keep these other companies in check to make sure that the customer service is actually there.
And then they'll have a monopoly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about you, but spending like almost $1,000 just to fly from Phoenix to California is absurd. It should be like around 70 to
it's pretty wild, because now with inflation, like prices of these companies like Southwest, all the mainstream ones like we're talking about, American, they were actually more expensive. And I really was surprised that they were more expensive than flying with JSX, when JSX is taking you on a private jet, really. I mean, yeah, you're sharing with other passengers, but it is a jet, and you're getting free alcohol, complimentary service. They actually treat you like a person. TSA, they don't treat you, it's like you're innocent until proven guilty, which is how it should be, where in most TSA, like it feels like they treat you like you're guilty of something just by going through TSA. And we actually had a big, because we got TSA pre-check, and even doing TSA pre-check at the at the regular airport, there's actually like was a huge difference in the way that they treat you versus just being in the regular line. But with all that being said, we're fans of JSX. Like I said, we had a really great experience flying with them. And I would love to see not only them, but just a healthy competition in this industry. I think that it's much well needed. And I was mentioning to her earlier that there used to be the Concorde back in the 90s, and I never flew on it, but I know that got shut down. And it's a shame to see all these other alternative choices for the customers, and which is us, to be put out so that it's to the betterment of these bigger corporations. And I don't want to see that happening. I want us to be able to have choice, and the healthy competition is good for that, so that there are more options for us and we are able to choose how we want to fly and travel.
Yeah. So if you're a person who likes being treated like cattle, likes getting into overly crowded airports and waiting in line and being talked down to and dehumanized, then go for it. There are people out there we saw reviewing JSX who specifically said that they prefer that experience. Then that's for you. Go for it. Spend $1,000 to fly a couple hundred miles, by all means.
Yeah.
But if you're a type of person who wants to feel like you're a person, be treated like, if you're flying, especially for like a vacation, to even get that
Positive
stress-free,
experience,
positive vacation feel right from the start, JSX is for you. And it would be just amazing if you can like follow the link and go and voice how JSX is important. It's an important competition. It's safe. It feels safe, and it's a positive company.
Yeah, and right now it's not available all over the country, so it's mostly operating in the West, like Phoenix, Vegas, California, yeah, maybe Austin or something like that. But I think that if it is able to stay as a company and continue, they have plans to expand in the rest of the part of the country as well. So if you guys are generally traveling in the East Coast or other parts of the country, by supporting JSX, you are allowing them to continue and then expand. And then more companies like them, more companies that are similar in natures or are trying to push the boundaries and push the envelope and do something new and do something innovative. It's in support of that as well, and allowing everybody to get this experience out there more than just in the cities that it currently is. But with that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching. This was just supposed to be a fun video and also just shed light on the situation, bring some awareness, and hopefully if we all support them, we'll have better options for us in the future for traveling. With that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching. Drop this video a like, hit us with a subscribe, and I will leave the link down in the video where you can really just with a couple clicks, click on that to help them stay in business and help them actually expand throughout the rest of the country and maybe even more countries in the world as well.
And fight this slander.
The slander. Yeah. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
Bye.